Grant Park, we could walk from where I live.
Sure.
And but now that it's been moved to Soldier Field, I can't. Hello.
Hello.
Is this Rich?
I am Rich.
I'm richer than I am. What's up? It's Eddie, your former neighbor.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Can we talk about Eddie V's Roadshow?
Well, we're still pretty neighborly because I'm only about 3 blocks away.
Yeah, just moved a couple blocks away. Well, hey, we are Stanley Cup champs. I have from WGN Radio, Patty Vasquez here.
Hey, Rich, how you doing?
How you doing, Patty? How are you?
Doing all right, thank you.
We were just discussing the debacle, the firestorm, or the I guess we could, since it's a podcast, I can call it a shitstorm that has hit over these tickets to this thing. Right online, there's goofballs from New Jersey that picked up the free tickets with their fast software, and are now trying to sell them online for $750, $1,000 for our free rally.
Well, that makes sense in our society, doesn't it?
It does. I don't know if it makes sense, but it's not surprising in the least.
No, that's what I mean. Where there's a buck to be made, there are people out there will try everything they can to make it. And that's par for the course. Of course, the Blackhawk tickets themselves are pretty expensive.
Yeah. They're the hardest ticket in town to get now. So, wasn't it amazing that we did it, but without the main superstars, the number 1 and 2 jerseys, Kane and Taze, making as huge a contribution as all the other guys.
Well, they shut them down, but they also shut down the Hawks, shut down Steven Stamkos. Tyler Johnson, turns out, was hurt. He had a bad wrist. 2 of their big guns, and then Kucherov got hurt. So we shut the Hawks, the Hawks shut down their big guns, and they shut ours until Kane got that goal, which was the big one, because they gave Hawks a 2-0 edge in their first 2-goal march in the series. And Taves had a great series. He was in there. And Kane, even though he didn't score, he's always a factor. He moves that puck around pretty good, and he scored a double out of it a couple of times in their zone. So it was a great series. It was a very exciting, close games. I mean, of all time, I guess, in the NHL as far as closest is concerned. So I got no complaints about this thing. But really good.
And now, they were talking about a dynasty. I forgot who said it. He said it might be with the same players for year after year after year. And although we have the core, we have all the people surrounding it. And now it makes Stan Bowman with his mid-season acquisitions look like a genius.
Oh, no, Antoine Vermette was great. Timonen was great. Vermette won 2 games, and it's incredible what he did. But the team's going to change. I was on the air when they clinched it, and I said this is a dynasty too. But you also have to keep in mind that what's going to happen is other teams are going to get better. There's going to be some injuries and lose some players, so it's very difficult. This core is so young. I did a roster at 25, 26. Corey Crawford's even 30. And Shaw's young. I mean, these guys, if they stay together, they could win these 3 or 4 more in the next 4 to 6 years, which is very difficult to do, as I said, because you think you're going to win it every year when you win it, but things pop up.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we were looking with Kane's injury earlier in the year that they picked up such a great amount of players.
Yeah, exactly. They're a very deep team. I think they're going to lose Sharp. They're going to lose a few others because of the salary cap. It's very difficult to have a dynasty in any sport nowadays because, like in the old days, the salary cap really hampers you the next year. The days of the Boston Celtics and the Yankees and all those days are pretty much over. The Bulls had that six-run deal, but you're not going to see that much anymore. You get a 3 out of 6s. It's a dynasty, no question. Now, the present standards.
And it's 7 players that have won 3 times?
Pardon?
Do you know are there 7 players that have won all 3 times on the Blackhawks?
On the Blackhawks? Yeah, I think there are. Well, the core's there, right?
Yeah.
More than 7, right?
Yeah. Hey,
more than 7.
Oh, it is?
I remember the pictures of, Patrick Kane when he had his shirt off in a limo with a bunch of unattractive women and that kind of thing. But he seems to have matured, and the days of, like, Derek Sanderson, did you see that NHL documentary of partying like that? Are they at this point by the time they get to the conference finals and then the finals, are these guys like choir boys? Are they going to bed and eating fish and vitamin water and everything?
I think you nailed it. I think this generation of athletes is a whole different generation than the days of Mickey Mantle used to go out and get a hammer and come out and hit a home run.
Yeah.
I think you see that nowadays. These guys, they're very structured guys. They're very dedicated. In Kane's case, he had a few wild plays and some bad pictures in a bad spot, but I don't think he was all that wild because he was younger.
Yeah.
Sanderson, you couldn't hold a can. I mean, there's no match with Sanderson and Kane. I mean, Sanderson was wild. He went back to Billy Martin. Those guys, they drank in the small hours of the morning, getting up the next day and trying to work.
And those guys,
that's a whole different way.
Those guys culturally were kind of like folk heroes, and now you get a Johnny Manziel, and he's poo-pooed on. He's like, everybody's like, yeah, grow the hell up. It's just amazing turnaround.
I know. The guys back then got a free pass because there was not a lot of media around to report what they did, and those who were good reporters passed it up. I read the story about Babe Ruth when he was chased on a train with the guy with a shotgun. This was involved with the guy's daughter. Oh. And there was 5 reporters playing cards. And they all looked at his page and nothing ever happened. So that's the way it was in the old days. I think it lasted through the 50s and 60s, but things started to change. And nowadays, you get all these phones and the pictures around. I mean, these guys really can't take any chances.
Talking to WGN Channel 9's Rich King. You were in studio. I was watching your coverage. Was that you've done the ice thing before, right?
I've never done the ice thing. I did the White Sox. I did the Bears. I did all the teams. But I kind of like the studio angle because you can sit back and analyze. I took 3 pages of notes in with me. We were on the air for 2 hours. I pretty much used all the notes. I mean, you never have enough. And, you're on here for a long time. You got a chance to kind of talk a little bit more than you usually talk. And, of course, in a 5-minute sportscast. So I really enjoyed being in the studio. And, of course, I enjoyed being on the ice, too. But sometimes it's hard work on that ice. There's tons of media down there. And you're fighting your way through things. And Dan Rowan and Pat Thomas Stewart did a great job out there in hustling. And it's a little more work when you're on the ice than doing the studio.
So Kane said, and you could tell if you followed hockey, that this was the hardest one. And who do you think is going to be good next year? What teams?
Oh, boy, Nashville's coming. I was talking to Steve Conrad about that. Nashville's coming on. Calgary's going to be better. There's going to be a lot of teams. In fact, I asked that question to Conrad about the dynasty. He said, it sounds great on paper, but other teams come up. And he said, that's maybe it's where he is. Other teams getting better. And it's also your target. I mean, your target every year. Every time, even the regular season, I mean, guys come in the United Center, they're going to try to beat the Hawks, beat the champs. So it gets harder and harder to do every year. And that's why if you admire the Bulls, what they did so many years ago, and I admire the Hawks for repeating as much as they have. It's very difficult. But I think keep your eye on Nashville for sure. They got the goaltender, and they are pretty much loaded. And a lot of these teams, I was surprised that after the series was over, all these injuries came about. It happens every year. The goalie played with a cold groin, then shook.
Right.
Tyler Johnson had a wrist that was strained or almost, dislocated or something. And the other guy,
Oduya's got some. Didn't Oduya have something? He had a torn triceps or something himself?
Yeah, these guys are playing up there. You would never know it.
It was held together with duct tape or something.
That arm I was skating with, that was actually a mannequin's arm. My arm fell off in the semifinal.
It's crazy. That's the only sport that happens. You only see it in the NFL where a guy's hurt, he's hurt. He's on the injury report, whatever he has. In hockey, he's hiding up, and after the surgery, I got a guy with a broken leg.
I'm not overly superstitious, but I have to believe, kind of like when the White Sox won the World Series, that things seem to fall into place like some kind of destiny. Because honestly, in that Game 6 that the winning game, it could very easily have been Tampa Bay 3-0 early on. Things hitting the crossbar and
Yeah, no kidding.
I know. Well, even in the last game, Stamkos hit the crossbar, would have been 1-0. Then he had a breakaway, and Corey stopped him. Hockey, hockey is the only sport where you really, a lot of the goals, and I'm sorry to the guys who are talented, they are, a lot of them are just sheer luck. The ball bounces off somebody's leg or somebody's helmet or somebody's stick. And it's the only sport where if you're in the arena, most of the goals you don't see.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's so fast. You the crowd erupts and you see the guy's six up in the air. It's in and on television. You're sitting at home and you see the replay. Yeah, you get a good angle. But if you're there, well, you have to see the replay to see what's going to win.
Yeah.
And in other sports, you see, when LeBron makes the basket, you see it going in. When the guy hits a home run, you see it. In hockey, you rarely see the goal go in.
But my favorite goal of the series was when Bishop went. Well, he left the net to get a hot dog or something. What was he doing?
Oh
away
yeah,
from the net?
when lightning strikes twice in the same place. I love that meme. When the guys, the Keystone Cops,
That was
flapping
great.
into each other.
Oops.
Yeah. Kind of
That's
a
true. Yeah, exactly. They had one goal that the goalie pressure comes out. It's a crazy sport, but that's what makes it so exciting. Because just one. Well, hey, talking about fantasy. Last year they lost with a puck in overtime against the Kings. The puck goes off Nick Muddy's chest, goes past Corey. They would have won that title because they would have breezed against the East.
Right.
So it could have had another one. It could have 4 bucks and a bounce and a puck. So it goes both ways. It goes scoring against you. And you think it even out. Maybe sometimes it doesn't, but most times it does.
All right. Well, we're going to all head out to the rally, and
Sure.
Except if we can buy the tickets from a guy in New Jersey
Yeah.
for $768.
Well, I just got my assignment, and my assignment is going to be on the Hawks bus. So I'll be on the bus for the third time.
Cool. Wait,
Hey,
you were on the
hey, Rich, how you doing?
You were on the White Sox bus, right? Next to
I was on the
Running
White Sox bus, and that's my 4th bus. So I live in the highlight. The White Sox bus is amazing.
Yeah. You can
The
read.
Hawks bus is great too.
You can read a lot of Rich's exploits in his books, like Back in the Game, and what was the one before that?
My Maggie and Back in the Game. They're still available. So it's the order of Back in the Game is a sequel to My Maggie. It's a follow-up. It's obviously a lot cheerier story.
Yeah.
But it's selling pretty good, and we're hopeful it keeps selling.
All right, Rich King from Channel 9, my good friend and neighbor whose dog has been woken up many times by Amethyst running in the hall after Rich had a late night with the Cubs or something. So.
I'm just glad the dog stayed quiet during the interview here.
All right, thanks
All
a
right,
lot.
guys.
Thanks,
Okay.
Rich. Have a good night.
Take it easy.
Cool.